There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Yes.
Hi, Andrew.
Hey, Gina.
You guys were cracking me
Hello,
up, by the
everyone.
way. Just I was like, thank God my mic is muted. Uh, hi guys. Welcome to What in the World's week 3, right?
Yep.
And lots happened this week. So let's get right into it, shall we?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
The first thing I this week, like on Monday, I was just looking up random stuff. And one of the games that I used to play back in the day is coming for iOS and it's going to be playable on our iPhones, iPads, that kind of deal, and Android. You have to mention them.
Yep.
Is Jet Set
Got
Radio.
it.
Did you ever play that game, Andrew?
No, I haven't actually, but I have
What?
seen it played quite a bit. Not too much, but I've seen people play it.
Well, okay, so like when I don't know, so like when you look at in League of Legends, like Vi, she has that skin, kind of like Jet Set Radio-ish. I loved these games. I loved them. I loved it. 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 So the fact that I'm going to be able to play it like I do Temple Run, oh, it's
Yeah.
going to be so addictive. You have no
Yeah.
idea. I'm going to be like on all the cars and all the railings. Oh, you guys have no idea. But it's pretty big news. I'm just wondering if it's going to be the exact verbatim game, or if it's going to be different. So I'm kind of hoping it's different.
Yeah. I'm sure that. I mean, how long has it been since it's been out? But I mean, it says an HD remake, so it might just be the same. But they'll probably have something new in it in store.
I can't wait. Especially like I don't know. Like whenever I go to Gen Con, like there's always people like cosplaying as people from Jet Set Radio. Like it's that much of like that kind of cult game.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited to see how it's going to end up. I don't know. Second piece of news, me and Andrew already discussed. I don't know if we're the exact people to be talking about it because neither of us have actually. God, we're gonna get slammed for this. Never played an Assassin's Creed game.
It's true.
However, it's huge news because they announced Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag coming out October 29th for all platforms, even ones yet to be announced. So they kind of threw that little deal in there.
So it should be exciting.
uh,
Eventually, I'll play it.
yeah, I totally plan to. I don't know when franchises like this come out. I'm kind of like, okay, now I have to play all the other ones,
Yep.
and then I'll get into it. I promise. Especially pirates. Come on, pirates, pirates.
I would say that was a major point for me, but yes, pirates.
Pirates. That's. I mean, you got me there. I can't say no. Pirates. 18th century. The new hero is Edward Kenway, and I'm so far behind. But apparently, he is in relation to the people from the last game. So there's that. Um,
Oh, cool.
and then the modern day plotline will return, and you'll be playing as Desmond. So they haven't really delved into the information as far as that goes, but that's the little part that they did say. Um, and of course, there's going to be multiplayer, and there's going to be new maps for that and stuff.
Yeah, I watched Aaron play multiplayer. It looked pretty fun, I gotta say.
I'm interested to see how this works out because they said sadly you won't be doing like ship battles because that's kind of when like they said, oh yeah, it's gonna be pirates and you're gonna be on a ship. They were kind of like, sweet. So you mean we get to like ship battle each other? And they're like, no, 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 that's not happening. So that's kind of a bummer, but the rest of it's kind of nice.
Yeah, but at the same time, it kind of makes sense that it's supposed to be an assassin game, so you wouldn't really fight with big boomy things. I guess, I guess is the best way to explain it for me.
So I do have the trailer here. I thought I'd play it for everybody who hasn't seen it. We will play it. So here we go.
You got this, Gina.
All right, lads. I'll give you Blackbeard's honest opinion. You ask me, can this new captain promise you a life of prizes, plunder, and adventure? Aye. For amongst all the gentlemen of fortune sailing these West Indies, he ranks amongst the most clever. There was a time when I thought myself the deadliest scourge of these seas. But this man is a fearsome dog that feeds off trouble and turmoil. I seen him clear the deck of a Spanish galleon like it were nothing. Fighting like a devil, dressed as a man. And he's a canny one. Knows his way round every crag and crevice of these islands. So if it's fortune and adventure you seek, then Captain Edward Kenway's your man. Only, don't meddle in his private affairs. For there's more mystery to that man than even I dare ask. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Pre-order now and get a free limited edition poster designed by Todd McFarlane.
There you go. So that was that. Looks pretty. My version eyes.
Awesome. And I mean, I really wonder how. I mean, like I said, I haven't played it before, but I wonder how they're going to incorporate pirates and assassins. Because when I think of pirates, I kind of think of like a whole gang going into a town and destroying stuff. But he's an assassin, so it's kind of weird.
I know. I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of plundering. That's all I'm going to say.
Yes.
So that, I don't know, looks kind of interesting. I don't know. At the end of the trailer, he gets the girl. So kind of charming hero, pirate, assassin. Anyway, on to the next order of business. We kind of mentioned this slightly last week when I was talking about Blizzard games. That they, and also we were talking about PlayStation 4, that they confirmed that Diablo was going to be on that platform. However, I believe a poster for Blizzard said, sorry to tell you guys, but there's no cross-platform, and it's not going to be connected to your Battle.net account. So it's going to be its all separate entity, and I don't know how that's going to work out for fans, the people who are actually would buy this game, or again, and play it for PlayStation.
Essentially, it sounds like the only reason you would buy it is you either planned on playing by yourself, or you're in a group of people who only play on PS3. That's what it sounds like. I don't know why they would do such a thing. And not only that, it says also that it wouldn't have a gameplay or a gamepad option for the PC version. Right.
That's not surprising. I mean, for the PC version not having any kind of gamepad, but I'm surprised branding-wise and a marketing strategy that Blizzard's always went for. They kind of like want every single game, it's got to be on Battle.net. It's got to connect. You've got to have all, cross everything. This, they're kind of like, nah, it's all right. I don't understand that logic at all, because I mean, every single game I've ever bought, they're like, you have to sign into Battle.net.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, I really don't want to. So I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see what develops there, because I really think that's going to leave a sour taste along with it. Their fan base, which is the people still playing the game.
Yeah.
Everybody else kind of gave up.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I heard that once they announced it for the PS4, I heard some people tried starting starting it up again. But I feel like they were thinking, oh hey, some friends I know play it on the PS4 as well, or play on the PS. Well, they play a PS3, so they're probably going to get a PS4. So we can play together on PC and PS4. But now that's not the case. I wonder how many people are going to go back to stop and not playing anymore.
This person, like I have a PlayStation 3, and I'm like, oh, I was kind of curious. I was like, maybe I'll get Diablo, but I don't. Like, I already have it for PC, and I already stopped playing it for PC. I don't want to start playing it on the PlayStation and then stop playing it on the PlayStation. You know what I mean? Like,
right. It's like the whole reason of buying it would be, oh hey, they introduced a new controller controls. Let's see how that works. But it's to me not worth it.
yeah. So that's my opinion on that little deal. I don't know. It could change.
I feel like there'll probably be a big thing about it, and they might decide to just change that, but it might be hard to do also, since they plan on it not being on, or not being connected. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. So the next order of business I thought was kind of funny, that the Mars rover Curiosity had computer glitches previous this week, and they had to go into safe mode. And so, like, with that news, I mean, I was reading it several different places of what happened, and they think, there's activity up there, which is the cause of it. But basically, it's back up and running just fine now, but Twitter kind of exploded a little bit, and that's how I actually initially heard about it.
Yeah.
And what's funny is if you guys are frequent on Twitter, that there's several different humorous versions of the Curiosity Mars rover out there, and they kind of, every time something big happens, like, obviously when it first landed and everything, like, it was kind of freaking out. So I found one that I find really humorous, and I follow and tweets at people too, so it kind of talks to people and talks about the weather and all kinds of stuff. So I thought I would share that. It really made my whole day when I was having a really bad day. So
I
if
did
you guys
post in the chat.
if you guys want to follow, there's other ones for the other rovers too. So if you guys want to find those, all you have to do is just in search type Mars rover, and you'll find them. There's an official one too where they talk about all the important technical stuff, if you guys want to find that too. But I think the little lighthearted tweets about the weather being 21 Celsius and stuff like that are kind of funny. So that's that. And I think well, what was I? Oh, I was gonna skip that next one, but
All right. So, I guess I'll talk about a new game I found. For those of you who like Fire Emblem or Final Fantasy Tactics, there is a new game out called Echo Tactics Online, and I'll put a link in the chat. I'll put two links. One is for the website, and one is for a beta key. It's a really fun game. You have a character which is a class called Captain, and then you can hire mercenaries, or you could play with other people who have different classes. So it's pretty cool because you can have you can equip a staff, and then you can use special skills that are related to the staff, or use like a sword and special skills to the sword. So you can be whatever class you want anytime you want, except for changing in battle. But your mercenaries can't do that, so it's pretty cool in that aspect. But yeah, you should definitely check it out. It's Games Campus. It's currently in closed beta, so there will be some bugs, but at least the initial bump of, oh my gosh, it's so busy, I can't get on, is over.
right.
For now.
That's good. So, what can you tell us about it?
Well, it's going to be free to play, which is like the best thing in my book. It really feels like Final Fantasy Tactics more so than Fire Emblem, because Fire Emblem you could have your team goes and then the enemy team goes and just back and forth. It's more in Final Fantasy Tactics where you go, or one person goes, then another, based on the speed order, which is a bit different from that Banner Saga game I found out about the other day. It's like, I think it's like, you go, enemy goes. You go, enemy goes. I'm not really into that because it's just kind of weird. But I really enjoyed it. If you haven't heard of it or have but wasn't sure, you should definitely check it out. I definitely recommend it.
Are we gonna go into the discussion about League of Legends versus Dota?
Well, we could talk about it a little bit. Well, I was just thinking it would be interesting to talk about because, like, a lot of people play Dota. Some people play League of Legends. Or did I say a lot of people play Dota? But, there's a huge split. So, the article we were looking at was like, which is better overall?
Yeah.
And, to me, I only think League is better, not gameplay-wise, just because art-wise, I can't really follow too well on Dota 2. It's just that I think it's just the art style. I like League of Legends art style so much better.
You know what really gets me, and I've only played a little bit of Dota 2, but I've played other MOBAs. So what really gets me about League versus other things that I've played is that I have such a bad time paying attention. And I mean, you can ask any of my friends. It's really hard to keep my focus on one thing, okay? But League does a really good job of it. There's not a lot going on in one particular lane. There's you're very set where you're going to go, what you're going to do, what the goals are. You go to Dota or other MOBAs like it, and there's so much going on, and there's so much that you could do, and and other people love that. For me personally, I'm so bad at like juggling what I should be doing, what's the best approach, that I can't do it, and I can't do it well, I guess I should say.
Right, and I think another thing is it's just because I played League so long, like it's been 3 years I've played League now, maybe 4. I think it's 4 now, but it's just I'm so used to the controls there. So once I tried Dota 2, it's like I need the camera locked on myself, or I need to be able to lock my camera at any time. But it's like you have to press F1 or you have to press something to go on your character. When normally I just press space whenever I need to lock onto my character.
Right. I don't like locking into my character.
Well, I don't like having it locked on the whole time, but I need to have it lock on every now and then.
I don't understand how people can play that game locked into their character all the time. Cough, cough, Rev, cough.
And Rev made a good point. The League of Legends spawned Rise Up. Yeah, because a lot of our streamers play League of Legends, so it's a cool game. Definitely, and I guess people have their different reasons for playing both of them.
Yeah, so both very valid games. I'm gonna get taught how to play Dota 2, so we'll see how well that goes over. So yeah, that's oh yeah, you have your deals.
Oh yes.
You want to talk about?
So let me get the link. So I didn't really find too many good deals this week, but I did find a pretty good one. If you're into the old or new Sonic games, they're having I think it was 75% off. It's pretty good. It's like Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 are like $3, I believe. And then the old Sonic games are about $1.25. And even that new Sonic racing game, which I wouldn't know why you would want to play a car as Sonic, but
Some people may be into that. I don't know.
I guess. But yeah, there's $15 for that racing car game. But yeah, oh yeah, there's apparently two. I'm not sure what the difference is. Oh, Transformed. Okay, I don't know. But yeah, so that's there. So definitely check it out if you're into Sonic, whether old or new. You got some pretty nice prices. I'm pretty sure they give you a Steam code for those, so definitely check it out.
So I think it's time to bring on our first guest. A fellow XX screen name person. So I'm not the only one in the universe. His name is Daka Daka. And let me fix the screen region so we can get you in here. There we go. Daka, are you there, bro?
All right.
There we go.
Hold on a
There
sec. There we go. There we go. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Hello, viewers. How are y'all doing?
I assume they're great.
Yeah, I assume they're great. I hope so.
Well, yes. They're here. They're great, obviously.
Yes, they're awesome. Everyone's awesome.
So, Daka,
Awesome viewers.
who in the world are you? Can you tell us about yourself?
Yes, I am, as you know, I'm known as Daka or Daka Daka, or sometimes people just call me random names. Don't know what else they like to call me, but let's see. I live stream. I do I play a lot of games that that people don't really like. There's not that much notoriety. Like sometimes indie games or like games that were released a few years back and just didn't get that much notice. So yeah, I mostly stream those kind of games. But I do sometimes popular games like League of Legends and Minecraft.
Cool. What's your favorite game?
It's hard to say because I have for every genre I have a favorite game. But I have to say my favorite game at this moment would have to be Chivalry: Medieval Warfare.
Ah. You're right. I don't see a whole lot of people streaming that anymore. Like when it first came out, people were doing that a lot, but not so much.
It was because of the fact that on YouTube, like some of the big gamers were playing that, and people were like, oh, maybe if I can catch them, I'll be in the YouTube thing. So when they stopped playing that, it pretty much started to die down.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long have you been a gamer, Daka?
It's kind of been an on and off thing, but I first started getting into gaming when I was really young, like 5 years old. I was playing more indie games, which kind of brings back to my why I stream indie games. Like I was mostly playing games like old 8-bit ones like Wacky Wheels and Terminal Velocity. Don't know if you ever heard of those, but yeah, I did that, and then I stopped getting into gaming that much when in the year 2000 when people were starting to do it on YouTube, and they were just like taking it too seriously, and it just pretty much became a turnoff until later on, like in my until like late high school years, that I started really getting into gaming again. So it's kind of been an on and off thing, but I would say about altogether around I would say 10 years, I would guess. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a long time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still getting over this cold.
Don't worry.
So I'm like,
It's all good.
my voice is in and out.
It's all good. Don't worry about it.
Our common thread that we all have is obviously gaming. So can you talk about like what got you started gaming?
I would have to say back when I was like new to YouTube and everything, like I actually found these two people, PBAT and Sly Fox Sound, and they kind of became my major inspirations because I noticed they were different in a lot of ways compared to the other gamers. Like they spent time with their viewers on YouTube, took their comments into consideration and everything, and made them their priority. When I saw that, I was like, I want to be just like that. And I was debating about it, like how should I go about this? Was still new to YouTube and everything, so while I was trying to figure that out, I decided to check out Twitch, which PBAT was on, and because of that, I I was like, you know what? I think I'll try live streaming. After my first one, I kind of got hooked, so I started really getting into live streaming and everything.
Oh no, I know
So-
exactly what you mean.
Yeah. So because of those guys.
Yeah, I watched Skara. Actually, like I got really obsessed with watching Skara stream League of Legends for a really long time, and then I was like, I want to be like that guy. And I didn't realize, obviously, at the time, kind of what a big deal he was.
Nice.
and then Richard, my friends were like, I don't know if you'll quite get there. Like, and I was like, probably not. Once I learned, but yeah, I totally understand that. Ooh, technical difficulties are always fun.
Yes. All right. So, how do you, whenever you're in a negative atmosphere in a game, how do you stay positive?
Well, I just remember that I've always grown up like I wasn't really much of a competitive person. I was more just remember to have fun in everything you do, and like even if there's competition, always do that. Like just remember it's this is meant to be fun, even though there may be competitive atmosphere. Just remember, if you have fun, then that's all that matters, even if you win or lose. And I just keep that in mind, even when like I'm in games like for example League of Legends, and like sometimes they get really mad. I'm just like, just remind them, hey, dude, relax. Like this game isn't serious business. Just have fun. You're not even doing ranked. Just have fun.
I always find it funny when people get really mad and it's not even a ranked game. I mean, I understand a little bit when it is a ranked game, but it's not even like a real tournament or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Have you ever had to deal with your real life friends becoming toxic players?
No, not really. I mostly have that issue with the just when I do multiplayer games. Like I never really had that issue with friends, but yeah, when I run into that, for example, like in League of Legends or Chivalry, especially when I'm live streaming, I actually say this, like I ask my chat, hey guys, do you think we should let them know that we're live streaming and everything? And sometimes they're like, yeah, let's do that. And I say, hey dude, I'm live streaming this and they can see ya. And sometimes that wakes them up, or sometimes they'll just continue on with what they're doing. I'm like, okay, go into a little bit of a debate mode.
Sometimes
Like,
it's worse.
Yeah, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But the only thing I do is when I'm dealing with people like that, I just keep a calm and be respectful to them, even though they may be treating me like crap. I'll just try handling it in a patient way.
Cool. Do you think that your actions in doing stuff like that are helping to change the community?
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot. Like, in fact, when I started live streaming, like when people started pouring in, I noticed that like people were at first they were nervous and everything, and when I talked to them, and they noticed that like I make it a little bit more welcoming for them, and because of that, I thought, you know what, let's make this live stream like more welcoming to everyone. Just make it almost like our own like little family. Like if like for example, if you go into the live stream, like say hi, I'm new and everything, and they're like you'll probably see like the chat explode with saying like hi and everything, and we just try to make it welcoming and like a family. Like we know that sometimes like entering the first live stream can be a bit intimidating because you don't know the streamer at all, and just something like that where like you can find a spot that's welcoming and just like without any judgment or anything whatsoever. It's kind of a nice thing for people. So
Yeah.
I try to keep that while live streaming and everything.
Very good. I wish I could say that I try to keep the best and positive attitude all the time. Sometimes it gets the best of me, but that's where the highlight reels come from. Just ask the Queenie about those. She likes to share them with the whole world. Something I've encountered recently, especially live streaming, is, I mean, getting picked on a lot from viewers. So, have you experienced any kind of bullying in that form, or even in real life?
Yeah, that was a bit of a bullying in a lot of ways, but like, and when it comes to like, I'll talk about the live streaming first. When it comes to live streaming, like, I pretty much just like make it so like, hey, just be respectful. I don't care if like just be respectful to one another. You may joke around and everything. That's totally cool. I don't mind that at all. But if it starts getting a bit personal, that's where I you gotta. It's hard sometimes, but you gotta keep calm and just deal with it appropriately. Don't, especially if it's like people are just trolling you. Just remember the rules and everything, and just remember to keep calm, because what trolls do is that they look for a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if it's saying like something like people say, "Oh, you're gonna troll me, I'm gonna troll you back." That you're not doing anything. You're just giving them ammo and giving them what they want in the end. So if you just like, for example, for that, I would say remain calm and everything, and just deal with it in an appropriate manner. As for real life, I had that issue, like a major one during my junior high years, where I was like with a group of friends that I've known for a long time, and what happened was they kind of changed before my eyes, like as we went through the junior high years. And what happened was they started picking on people, and the very first time they picked on someone was I remember it was like this girl. They like stole something from her, and just I just kept it away from her and everything. And I stood up to my friends and say, "Dude, come on, this is not right," and took it and gave it back. But in that aspect, it got me into becoming their target. So for the rest of the junior high years, I was I was I was like pretty much became the social outcast, and it got pretty bad. Like enough so that I actually developed a depression, and even like it's weird. It's tough as it sounds to say this, but at one point I actually considered playing around with the idea of suicide, and with that I just like, because I did not have really anyone to support me. My dad was busy with work. My mom didn't see it as much of a big deal, because she thought it's because I did martial arts, I can just take care of it. But it was not really the best situation. So yeah, it wasn't until later on that after I left, pretty much left, like permanently broke all contact with them and everything, that it's it started getting better for me. So yeah.
I think what most people should do. I went through that too. I think adolescent years like that are terrible on everybody, even the people doing the bullying. Um, and it kind of transfers over even to their online life. Like the psychology of it, in my eyes, is like there must be something really. This must be their only way of outletting all of their anger. You know what I mean? There must
Yeah.
be something really bad going on, or something, or they're just I don't know, an angry person. So,
Yeah.
so I don't know if you just try to look at it maybe like that. I think people will I don't know, have a better time of dealing with people like that.
Yeah, but I'd say for that is that if people are having any of that kind of situation, try to find someone to talk to, or even just like stand up for yourself. It may be scary, but it may be the best thing to do, because they won't stop until you say something.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And on a lighthearted note, uh, why did you? You're a Daka Daka. So what made you choose that as your screen name?
Well, it was actually kind of funny. Like whenever I go online and everything, I try to think of something that I like and love, so I wouldn't end up regretting my username in the future, like I did when I was playing RuneScape for the first time.
Oh
I
God,
know that feeling, because that's the game I regret my name.
I do that too.
Uh,
Oh, believe me,
But
mine
yes.
is Sired Vampire still on
Mine was-
RuneScape.
But yes, like yeah, I was thinking, okay, what is something I like? And I played around with the idea. I was like, okay, I love Warhammer 40K. I was like, okay, I'll go with that. And I said, okay, what's my favorite faction? I like the orcs. And I thought about it, like playing around with some words and everything. I found one in their orc language, Daka. What it means in their language is it's to describe like the sound of a gunshot that's going off, or they even use it just to say ammo. So you probably hear so if like you play Warhammer at all, you probably in the Dawn of War you hear this shout, "Oi, we need more DACA!" and they're saying we need more ammo, or they're saying too much DACA. That means too much firepower from the enemy. So it's kind of a reference to Warhammer.
I like it, actually. That's a much better story than mine.
Mine too.
So onwards to you joining Rise Up recently. What made you decide to join us?
Well, I saw like what the Rise of gaming community like. I talked to Rev and everything, and Rev, you're awesome by the way. And I just I saw what the group was about and everything, and it was going along the same lines as what I was trying to pursue with my live stream, just to make it a safe community, make it more like a place that's welcoming for everyone, and just like pretty much be like another family. So I saw that it was along the same goals. I was like, yeah, I could definitely see myself fitting into this group.
Oh, and we're glad to have you.
Yes, indeed.
Andrew has written these questions, not me.
Yes,
so
I'll ask him. Are you really an orc?
Well, if I was in my live stream, I would say like in my live streams, what I would do, like I would just pretend like I'm actually, because orcs are known for. I'm trying to keep it as PG as possible, but like have no scientific terms, genitalia. So I would say like, let me check. Nope, I'm an orc or something like that. So we would just mess around in that manner. But so no, I'm not really an orc.
Darn.
What came about being? Where did being an orc come from exactly? Other than
there's just playing around with just like the DACA thing, and I was just it pretty much became a thing where I just started messing with people, like acting like I was an orc, especially when I got my Minecraft skin of an orc. So I would definitely start impersonating orcs and everything, and it just became like second nature, just to joke around and everything with that.
Right. So I believe you mentioned a bit ago that you're part of the Order of Derp, right? What is that?
The Order of Derp is there's an interesting story behind it. It was just like a group of me and a close friend that I made throughout Twitch during my first few months, and we were just hanging out and everything during a live stream, and we were just messing around thinking about making a group, and somehow it just came about like during our conversation that like, hey, why don't we make this make this a legit thing? And we were like, yeah, let's do it. So it just came about, and what its purpose is we're just making it clear, like as a group, that we are just here to have fun, just to make viewers our main focus and everything, and just have a good time. Just almost like it's those the creatures. Like think of them, but instead of focusing on being a business, we focus on being a community. So yeah.
Queenie,
So
I saw that and you were so mean. Anyway, go ahead.
All right. So, are you currently working on any projects?
Outside, let's see. Besides the gaming, like the stuff like my YouTube and everything, like working on game playthroughs, I am currently not only doing martial arts, teaching it and everything, but I'm also working on a book series, because I'm trying to be an author in the fantasy genre. So it's gonna take me a while, but hopefully I will get that. Hopefully it will become successful, just to even publish it.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
You and Ryan Zerf should talk if you haven't already. He's writing a novel, and I've been reading it, and it's of the sci-fi nature. It's pretty good. He's a pretty good writer. I would love to read stuff you write too. So
Yes, I would as well.
you can't tease us and say you want to become a writer and then not let us see stuff. So you gotta.
It's true.
I show it to you now, but it's so early on that I can't really show it to you without risking someone trying to steal the idea.
That's true.
Yeah. All right. So, when you aren't playing, what exactly do you do?
Well, let's see. Other than being in college, student and teaching martial arts. I also play a bit of soccer. Like I've really gotten into it lately, and currently my best position right now is playing as goalie. Oddly enough, and other than that, I just read, write, just like hang out with my family because I always make sure that my family comes first before live streaming because it can be very addictive and I may lose what's important in life. So I always try to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
And if there is one game that you think everyone should play at least once, what is that?
There are a few that I would say. One obviously is Chivalry. That one's just a heck of a lot of fun. And let's see, there's also I would have to say but most likely I would have to say I forgot the name of it already. It's PlanetSide 2. PlanetSide 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's one of the only MMOs that I love. So, and that's saying a lot. So, it's an FPS MMO focus. It's it has a bit of sci-fi elements, but it's also very good because like it definitely you have to rely on as a team and everything to be successful in whatever objectives you want to do, and it's free to play, so you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found out I'm terrible at it. So.
I was interested in playing it, but I don't play FPS, so.
Yeah.
But I know quite a few people who play it, so.
Can you tell everybody in the chat and where they can follow you, where they can find you? If you can list all those places, all your information, so they can get on that if they aren't already.
Yeah, I'll just post my channel. If you go to the new Twitch beta, you'll have all the info of like where I am, like on YouTube and Twitter, etc. So just go ahead and head over there if you want to hang out with us.
Awesome. Yep. Please make sure to follow him, you guys. He's awesome.
It's a pretty cake. Now everybody's going to ask me about what cake I'm talking about. Way to go, Miranda. But it was nice talking to you, and we're glad that you came, and I can't wait for to drop by your channel more and meet all your wonderful viewers who apparently love to come into my stream.
Yeah. We love to raid people. We do that to show love to fellow streamers and everything, so.
All right. Well, good evening, Daka, and we will see you later.
Right, see ya.
Bye. Ooh, okay.
No Strider.
Bam! We have a Strider.
Hello. Do we really? I don't know.
Yes, we do.
Oh, it's me.
It's Strider.
It's switching
okay.
over on the stream.
All right. So.
See, now Daka gets to do the dance party and, and make me laugh while I'm doing an interview. Oh, God. Between the two of you, I was having a really hard time keeping a straight face. So, oh, goodness.
I didn't know if I could do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Back on topic.
All right. So, who in the world are you?
I am Strider. Basically just YouTube personality right now. Do a lot of back-end stuff as far as management for leagues and tournaments, stuff like that. Nobody really knows me. I was around back in the Counter-Strike days, like really old Counter-Strike. Beta 4 was when I started. Yeah. So I do a lot of that. A lot of back-end stuff. It's fun.
Awesome. All right. So, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Nope. Go ahead.
All right. So, what types of what's your favorite game?
My favorite. That's so hard to say because.
Okay. What are your favorite games?
It's still hard to say. I don't know. I don't really play that many games anymore. I don't really get a chance to, unfortunately. I play League of Legends when I can, just because there's a lot of competition, and that's why I play games. I don't really play games because I don't really play single-player games unless they're puzzle-oriented, something that makes you think.
Mm-hmm.
Platformers are fun because it helps you fight through the anger, like a lot of anger that's kind of inside you. The ones that just kill you over and over and over again. You just get so frustrated, but it helps you get past that little frustration and like raise your equilibrium. I don't know. So I play a lot of those games, and it helps me prepare for a lot of the other just competitive online games.
Cool.
Well, so you say you're competitive online games, and they're very known to be have negative atmospheres.
Yeah.
How do you stay positive in those atmospheres?
Well, my main form of training, like I said, is just playing games that really frustrate you. A lot of times there's different situations that happen that like you're not necessarily frustrated at the game or your teammates or yourself. You're just frustrated about the situation that you've been placed in. So back when I was doing a lot of semi-pro Counter-Strike, I did a lot of training as far as, cranking up the AC to 20 degrees, putting 10 fans on, and just playing in your underwear so you're freezing cold. Doing a lot of that type of training, it like breaks you mentally, and so you're just able to keep. Like, I don't know if I necessarily say positive per se. I just stay at a point where I don't get angry. I can always have that constant state of mind where I know what I'm doing.
Cool.
It's very I'm gonna lose the word. Forget
Okay.
it. Do you believe that your positive attitude and your positive actions are changing the community?
I try to. I mean, a lot of people on my YouTube channel, they say, I've helped them a lot as far as just teaching them on what to do, and I always try to make a lot of jokes and I make light of a lot of bad situations, and I think that helps just lighten the load a lot. I do the same thing at work, just on my day job. I make a lot of jokes. If people are really stressed out, I just throw a donut at them or something,
Donuts are pretty good. Just
I know.
One of those days, guys.
Come on, Gina.
Strider, have you ever encountered being bullied? I know YouTube's actually pretty bad about like their comment section and stuff like that, but real life or YouTube or streaming, have you ever had to deal with anybody being really viciously awful?
A little bit. I mean, when I was really young, probably first, second grade, there was a guy that kind of tried to bully me around. I don't know. I mean, he would like come around, like punch me in the stomach or something like that. But I don't know. It was probably more difficult because he was friends with my best friend at the time, and so like, yeah, I don't know. We just never really got along. But pushed through it. It was. I don't know. I think at one point in time, I might have became somewhat of a bully, from what I hear. But it was. I don't know. It was just me and my friends. We're all friends and we're all like mean to each other. So it just kind of comes together as one giant ball of weirdness. But we're all really good friends and we all really do deeply care about each other. But in the end, I don't know. It's all in good fun. I never picked on strangers or anything like that. That's not my style. I actually defended a couple kids that used to get picked on a lot. But yeah, so it was really interesting. There's a lot of interesting things in life.
I know. When I was in high
Sure.
school, I got picked on for sticking up for people who were being picked on. I think that's a really interesting thing, and I never really understood.
Never understood there. But yeah, I remember when I was in high school, because I was a big goth kid and, go to raves and stuff. And so I would get called into the counselor's office, whatever, the principal's office all the time, being like, "Are you going to commit suicide?" And they would like send me to counseling. I'm like, I'm the happiest person that you could possibly imagine. I don't understand where this is coming from. And then people would just freak out. So it was just super weird.
Yeah, I had that problem too, actually. But I don't know. Grown-ups don't know how to deal with people who are happy, but also like alternative. I say grown-ups because I am totally not grown up yet. Like, I play video games for a living. Give me a break. So Strider, you recently started to join Rise Up. Can you tell us why?
Yes, but I actually did want to revisit the online bullying thing.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Real quick. Online, there are a lot of people that are bullies or whatever. They'll make comments. As far as my YouTube channel goes and stuff like that, I'll get people that say you suck or you're gay, or whatever comments they like to say. But if they don't give any details, I don't know how to improve, that type of thing. So I always actually go out of my way to talk to those people, because those are the people, like your harshest critics. If you can win them over, you can win over everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, I go out of my way to try to hunt those people down and say, well, why do I suck? Give me reasons so I can work on it. And it doesn't always work. Most of the time, like you said, people are just trolling. But sometimes you'll actually get somebody that has some meaningful input and actually caring about what's going on in the general gaming community. They just don't want to see lower quality content, you could say. And so I've learned a lot from that, and I've grown a lot from, I guess, technically being bullied in a way. But I've just put a positive spin on it, and I've turned a lot of people that started to hate me into some of my most dedicated subscribers, because they're like, hey, you should try this, and I'll try it. They're like, that didn't work, don't do that ever again, And the people that are brutally honest are the people that are going to keep you grounded.
Right.
So that to me makes it 100% worth it, and I love it. And I love the people that are always nice to me too, even though they're just nice to be nice. Even though something's wrong, they're just being nice anyway. Like, I love those people too. I love all my subscribers. I love everybody. So it helps.
They're just being nice because they like you. They're not just being nice to be nice. Come on.
That's what yes. Who couldn't like the smile?
So on to the question I asked. Why did you join Rise Up?
I actually joined Rise Up just because I got a lot of references. I didn't actually know what Rise Up was. Kind of when I joined it, people just referred to me to it, and I looked into it, and it was really interesting. I liked the concept of, making everything equal. One of my biggest issues right now is there's a significantly large amount of girl gamers out there. It's just none of them will get into the competitive scene, even if they are talented enough, because of the amount of discrimination and everything that they get. And that to me is really disappointing, because I'm all about competition. If I can't play against the best, then why would I be playing? So I think it's really good at just on subjects like that, fixing it.
Lag.
Yeah.
Your camera's stuck on my screen. Oh, no, you're on pause.
Yeah.
Woot, woot. Okay.
Nope. Okay.
Nope,
He's paused for me though.
Well, we'll get you back at some point.
Should I turn off my cam and turn it back on?
Yeah,
Probably.
try that.
Now you get to see his very handsome picture in the suit.
Good, now I can turn it back on. Oh, there it is. Okay. That fix it?
It's loading. There we go.
It's loading.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright. It's interesting that you mentioned that, because, for me and people in our community like Rise Up, where we're against sexism, for us females like me and Whitney and a couple other people, we walk a fine line, because they say, if we open our mouths and we say something like, well, you won't let us in because we're female, they're just saying, well, you're the one that's being sexist here. You're seeing it where we're not. And it's interesting, because it's hard to say something and try to be open about subjects like that without people trying to slam you back down, oh, you're the one that's you're the ones that's sexist, not us. And I don't know. that happened to me recently, where I was trying to talk to some people, and they're like, well, we don't see it that way. I'm like, you do. you do. You're just trying to make me look like a scumbag. That's all. But it's an anomaly. It's a how did I use it last week? It's a stigma, I guess you could say. But onward.
That's something that we just need to overcome. Eventually it'll get there.
You're frozen again?
Yeah.
That's okay. You froze at a very meaningful spot.
Yes. I was doing the same thing. Alright, well, let's, where did you get your screen name from?
My screen name is actually my name.
Yep.
So, yeah.
You're so original.
My middle name. Yeah, Strider's my middle name. My dad was a huge Lord of the Rings nerd, so yeah, I just got named Strider.
All right.
But then before that, I had a lot of other weird names. You know, the typical elitist 13-year-old names like, oh my gosh, what was I went by Deleted for the longest time. It was like DE1337ED. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I felt proud of myself. I'm like, yeah, first person to do this. It was good. It was good.
That is a typical, like, 13-year-old, like angsty type thing. Mine was Living
Yeah,
Doormat for a while, which is super depressing, right? Okay. When you aren't playing games and you're not doing YouTube, what do you do?
I work a lot. Yeah, because I still have to have a full-time job, which sucks. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. I do a lot of traveling. I like to go out of town. I get bored really easily, so I like to go to California and Vegas, Texas. I try not to go to Texas because I hate Texas. But there's just a lot of cool people in Texas, so I have to go there a lot. Yeah. And
Apparently,
besides
you
that,
and Andrew are gonna have to hang out soon.
Yes, apparently.
So,
But I do go hiking.
Is it the call or just Strider?
I think it's Strider.
Oh,
It's just me.
you sound like a robot. I'm waking up a lot.
Robot Strider.
Robot
Alright.
Strider. You will never see me do that again, by the way. Ever. You're an exception, Miranda, because you got to see me do it live, and then you got to see it recorded. Is he there?
Oh, no, I think he dropped. Yeah, he dropped.
Nope.
It must be his on his side.
Well, how is everyone in chat while we're waiting?
I don't know. First time I've ever had issues with Skype. I blame you.
It's fine. I'll take full blame for that.
Come on, Gina. All right, so which one were we on? I think we were talking about the name, right?
Yeah, ish.
Yeah. Oh no, we were talking about what do you do other than gaming and YouTube?
Yeah.
Really, DACA?
What?
You guys are missing it. That's all I'm saying.
I missed it.
Where do you do a lot of YouTube stuff? Oh, Strider's dancing now too. We're turning this into a dance party now. Where do you think YouTube is headed in the future? I know that there are, Google Plus Hangouts and stuff like that, and you can stream directly to YouTube now. Where do you think that they're going to be in the future?
I think the streaming service for YouTube is phenomenal. I really like it because when Riot used it, I primarily watched that just because Twitch has so many server issues. And they're still trying to address, obviously. They're getting a lot better than they used to be, but they still have server issues as far as where they're located, their load balancing, and a bunch of other technical stuff that I won't really get into and bore you with. But yeah, the YouTube where it's at right now, I mean, not a lot of people are using it, so that helps, obviously, to gauge how many people they can have. But the fact that you can pause it and then start it again from the same spot, or you can rewind it to an instant replay for yourself and then skip to live if you need to. It's just an awesome service. So I think YouTube may focus a little bit more on streaming here in the near future, but they are still predominantly, obviously, a video company. But that's how OWN TV started. That was all just video hosting. It was just gaming videos way before it was streaming. And so, and OWN was awesome, just they didn't pay. So they weren't product. They were not.
Oh no.
We're losing him again.
No, but the hand gestures are amazing.
You should just change it back to DACA real quick.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. 10-second DACA dance party. Here we go. Go.
3, go.
He says no. Here we go. He says, no way. He was doing like this. I don't know what this is, but like he was doing this. Which is
All right.
Strider,
So-
are you back? If you can't get the video to work, maybe we can just do audio. I'm totally okay with just audio.
Let's just do that.
He's restarting.
Okay.
So, woohoo. Now we can actually talk.
Now we dance.
Oh, we're doing dancing? Okay.
I don't know.
Wait, hold on. What other, I don't know any other dances. I'm sorry.
you totally messed up my camera though. It's like where I can see on Skype, I can see my hands. But I can barely see it on the picture.
Well, it's because they were overlapping. So,
No.
I had to.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
DACA,
There
Ray
you go.
wants to dance just for him.
See, no, DACA won't do it. We're making fools of ourselves. DACA won't do it. It is documented. Oh my goodness, this is gonna go on a highlight reel. I see it now. Oh my god. You remind me not to dance ever again. Especially with the messages I'm getting in Skype. Oh god. So, Kuo, Brayden, how's everybody doing? Is there anything you guys would like to add to our discussion we can talk about? Otherwise, we're gonna have to stop because I don't know when when Strider will return. Oh, and everything's so messed up now.
Yes, it's about to say. But DACA, did you have anything you wanted to talk about on the articles we were talking about? Like the Diablo 3, maybe?
The only thing I have to add, really, oh, is Strider back?
Yep, he's back.
Oh, okay. I'll be quiet.
You can add it after.
I think it's fixed, hopefully.
If not, you just turn off your video.
Well, that's great. Everything.
Okay.
There we go. We can just talk.
Yeah.
Just talk. It'll be a good time.
I think that's what you do on a talk show, right?
I don't know. I
You
don't
see
know.
his face anyway.
Yeah.
So.
See that gorgeous face. There we go. We were talking about YouTube in the future. You wanna, because you were breaking up
Yes.
really bad. Do you want to elaborate on
Got
that?
it. Yeah, so I think the streaming system is going to be a lot here pretty soon. Give it like 3 years, just because you can pause it, rewind, and go back anytime you want. So I think that'll help greatly in the future, especially for just viewers in general. It's just phenomenal. I don't think there's anything that's going to be able to beat that. Twitch is going to have to come out with something crazy good in order to beat that out. So I'm a little worried about Twitch, but then again, Twitch is revolving around gamers, and they kind of do everything they can for gamers, so it shouldn't be too big of an issue for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you see the gaming community in 10 years? Like, because we're seeing like places like Riot doing trying to better the community by their tribunal. Do you think that it's going to be a better, more positive place overall? Do you think that other gaming communities and other software companies are going to go on that line, or do you think it's just where do you see it in 10 years?
I think other companies will try to mimic what Riot's doing, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do it the same way. It's still in its infancy. It's going to be very difficult to compete or just do something as big as Riot's doing. Because Riot's not, as far as I know, they're not really making that much money from the actual tournaments themselves. So I think it's more of just trying to get the esports brand itself out there and trying to get open, say, hey, you other companies need to whip into shape
and start caring about your customers. Because back in the day, you know, when we had those old school games, they actually cared about the players and the player experience. But now it's just like, yeah, we'll make a game on Xbox and it'll be decent. And then they're like, nah, might as well just port it over to PC. But they'll leave the press X to continue or something like that. And you're all, what? There's X on my keyboard? I guess I could do that or something. But they don't actually have, I don't know, it's not made for the computer and stuff like that. So I think there's a lot of things that the gaming industry just needs to mature. And hopefully that will happen in 10 years and everything will kind of combine back in together. But I don't know. This whole disconnect between console and PC and tablet, mobile games, I think that's going to need to unify somehow. I just don't see anything to PCs anytime soon.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah. Oh, Andrew, are you still there?
Oh, dude. I muted my mic for a second. Sorry.
I was like, oh god, did I lose Andrew too? This is gonna be awful. This is gonna be me and Doc a dance party going on.
He says no. Okay, but I was saying, yeah, hopefully once it's easier to integrate all the systems together, I feel like they can make a lot of games that would be awesome to have, like, you know, you could have like mini games and checking things on mobile devices, kind of like how Rift has mini games that you can get items, or you can talk with your guild. But even further, like for Guild Wars 2, I saw they were having what was it? I think they had like a map. You could have the map. You could see the map. You could see trading posts. A lot of things. Hopefully, you know, integration like that becomes bigger, and not just with just apps, just like games in general.
Yeah, I don't know if I see that happening anytime soon. The
Yeah.
hardware is way too obsolete on every console. It doesn't even matter what you're looking at. Because take Crisis 1. I mean, that game came out 6 years ago, and modern PCs, you spend $3,000 on a PC and you're still not going to be able to run it at 60 FPS.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
But hopefully soon. But you know, I guess we never know.
Yeah.
All right. So I have a question. I noticed on your Twitter it says you're CEO of Sit Down Gaming. What is Sit Down Gaming?
Sit Down Gaming is actually a dream that I've had for quite some time. Right now, it's still in the making. We're going to have a website up here pretty soon, but we're going to be having our own league. Right now, it's starting with League of Legends and Counter-Strike Go, as well as StarCraft 2 we're going to try to do as well. And then we're going to try doing some console games because there's a lot of fighting game people here in the Phoenix metro area. And so we're going to try to do tournaments and have a weekly league, do some big, like every 4 to 6 months type of tournament with the finals. So a lot like what Riot's doing, but just a smaller scale, obviously.
Okay. Yeah, that would definitely be cool to check out.
Yeah, so that's what we're starting with, and eventually it's going to evolve into like a chain of LAN centers / arcade type thing, and then we'll have a bunch of nerd bars, kind of like what the Mana Bar did in Australia. So.
Yeah, I really like the, you know, Howie's Game Shack.
Yeah.
Yes, I really liked it, but it's a bit not super far, but it is far from me. So it would be nice if there were more close by.
I think there is one relatively close by. I don't remember where. There's one in Gilbert. It's pretty close. But then there's one in like Glendale, which is Egypt. Something.
Yeah.
It's a nice place though.
Yeah, so are you working on any projects currently?
Besides Sit Down Gaming, no. That pretty much occupies all my additional free time as far as just recruiting admins, forum moderators, specialists in those particular fields. Because we're gonna, have to set up LANs and stuff like that, which is my specialty. But I'd rather be more of the management side, organizing tournaments, getting people. So we got a lot of the locals and people on forums, and we're just trying to do a lot of that stuff. So it's basically just giant social networking right now. I'm just trying to figure get in touch with everybody and organize everything before we go live.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Since I've been hosting tournaments for about 8 to 10 years now. So we have a lot of experience under our belts. We shouldn't have too many hiccups, if any. Of course, there's always the unforeseen, but
Sure.
we're going to have backup plans and fail safe since we've ran into pretty much every problem you can, as far as I know.
Well, I can't wait to hear more about them, or in the future. So, thank you, Strider, Daka, for coming on the show tonight.
Thanks for
Yeah,
coming.
don't forget to link your guys' information,
Yes.
your Twitters, your YouTubes, all that stuff in the chat so that everybody can follow you. One last thing I'd like to mention. Next, I'm going to bring up my calendar.
Next Friday.
Next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're having a cystic fibrosis charity stream marathon. And we're going to be giving away tons of stuff, games. We're doing a whoever donates the most is going to get a piece of artwork that's going to be drawn on stream Sunday, I think. And it's any donation over $50. So everything's going to go directly to cystic fibrosis. Next Friday's show is going to be really awesome. You all have to be here. We have some pretty exciting guests. So I'm personally excited. So you guys should be too. I was bouncing up and down like excitement, almost doing cartwheels. So you guys should all show up and be here. On top of that, you guys should stop by the channel all the time because we are constantly having streamers. You should follow us if you're not already. Make sure you follow Daka, make sure you follow Strider, make sure you follow me, BuffyBot, and make sure you follow Andrew Nivyat. I'm gonna say it probably awful, but and we are so thrilled to have everybody all the time. And I'm just so happy everybody showed up.
Yes, thank you all for coming.
So see you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.